Gonorrhea.
The clap.
The clam.
Chlamydia.
Crabs.
Crotch crickets.
Herpes or cold sores.
The gift that keeps on giving.
When I first learned about sex, they showed me this picture of an STI and were like, this is what will happen to you if you ever have sex.
I thought that if I had sex, I would automatically get an STI, and then my mum would have to take me to the doctor. Then everyone would know that I not only had sex, but that I've also got an STI.
So as a teenager, I think I was quite sheltered. I went to an all-boys Catholic high school. Where, sex was never really brought up, apart from year 13 where we did sex ed, and we got taught about STIs, and we got taught about chlamydia. And chlamydia, as it turns out, is an STI. It's not a type of flower, as I grew up thinking it was.
STIs are a common part of sexual activity, and it's nothing to be ashamed about.
You can't tell just by looking at someone if they have an STI.
I shit you not, like my dad used to grow flowers, and you had begonias, your tulips, your camellias, your chlamydias. My mate came round to my house one day and he's like, oh bro, I just gave my girlfriend some chlamydia. And I thought, oh that's romantic, but no, it's not. It's the opposite.
There are lots of STIs, from chlamydia to HIV. Some of the more common ones include things like gonorrhea, HPV and herpes.
Chlamydia is the most common STI in New Zealand, and if it's not treated, it can cause infertility. You can get it from unprotected sexual contact, including vaginal, anal and oral sex.
Gonorrhea is a bacterial infection, and if left untreated, it can cause infertility. You can get gonorrhea from unprotected sex.
The human papillomavirus, or HPV, has no symptoms, but it can be a nasty infection because it can cause cancer. But luckily, there's a vaccine that can help protect you.
I get a lot of questions about herpes. People want to know how they can get it if they didn't sleep with someone with herpes, and the answer is that not everyone knows that they've got it. People also want to know if they can get it on their genitals if they have sex or oral sex with someone with cold sores on their mouth, and the answer to that is yes. It's the same virus. One of the viruses likes living around the mouth and one likes living around the genitals, but they can live in both places.
But if you just kiss someone with a cold sore, you'll give them a cold sore on their mouth, not on their genitals. But if you give someone oral sex with a cold sore, you could give them genital herpes.
Which is why it's really important to tell your partner if you have an STI. Always use condoms and dental dams, particularly if you are HIV positive. For more information about AIDS and HIV, you can visit the AIDS Foundation website.
So what if you don't know if you have an STI? If you have any symptoms like discharge from your penis or vagina, bleeding between periods, lower abdominal pain, pain when peeing, pain during sex, or pain in your testicles, go and get checked by a doctor or at a family planning clinic.
Best thing to do is to get checked often. See, I keep a note on my phone, so pay a phone bill, get STI check, schedule FaceTime with mum.
Some STIs don't have any symptoms, and so if you have unprotected sex or you change your partner, make sure you get tested.
There's another group of infections that aren't technically classified as STIs, but can still be uncomfortable.
First, there's the urinary tract infection, or UTI.
Otherwise known as it burns, it burns.
And why do I have to pee for the 40,000th time?
The most common way to get a UTI is when bacteria from around your anus,
Your bum.
gets into your urethra
Your pee hole.
and causes an infection. This can happen after having sex.
People with vaginas are more at risk of a UTI, and one way to prevent that is to pee before and after sex.
If you have a UTI, you'll need to see a doctor or nurse.
And trust me, you'll want to.
Honestly, it's not scary going to see a doctor or a nurse. It's like seeing an old friend. Except they ask what kind of sex you're having, which to be honest is kind of what my old friends do anyway.
There's also pubic-lice, which is basically like nits for your pubes. It's pube-lice.
Other infections can include bacterial vaginosis and thrush. And symptoms of thrush can include pain during sex, discharge, rash, and you might even get itchiness. But the thing is, both people with penises or vaginas can get it.
If you're seeing these symptoms for the first time, go and see a doctor. But if you've had these symptoms before and you get them again, you can buy thrush medication at the pharmacy without a prescription.
Bacterial vaginosis is caused when the normal balance of bacteria in your vagina is upset. This can be more likely to happen if you've got a new sex partner or you've started having sex more. Symptoms that you might notice would be a funny smelly discharge that might be kind of grey in colour, and if you have these symptoms you'll need to see a doctor or nurse.
The doctor or nurse might ask you questions like, when were you last checked? Do you have any symptoms? Have you changed your partner recently? Do you use protection? And what kind of sex do you have?
One thing that can make you more likely to get BV or thrush is by washing your vagina with anything other than water.
Oh, fun fact, vaginas are self-cleaning, so don't squirt anything up there even if it's soapy.
Especially if it's soapy.
When you go to the doctor, you should tell them everything. They've heard literally everything. I tell my doctors some stuff they don't want to hear. I told my last doctor that I ran over my cat.
I was so nervous the first time I got a check. But it's not that hard. Sometimes you just have to pee into a cup, which I accept as a personal challenge of mine.
Sometimes you have to get a swab, but that's pretty sweet. And often you can do it yourself, or you can get them to do it for you.
Sometimes it's not a swab, it's just a blood test, or they just have a feel around. Honestly, it's just like getting your hard drive checked for viruses.
If there was anything I could tell my younger self, it would be to never be embarrassed about a doctor looking at your bits, because it's literally their job.
Sometimes when I run to my doctor in the street, I think, hang on, you've held my testicles in your hand before. But that's just because I think my testicles are special. I'm probably just any old pair of testicles to them.
The good thing is if you get checked regularly, you can pick up on any issues early and you can treat them.
You can take a pill.
Or use a cream.
Just shave off all your pubes. That one is just for crabs.
Most STIs are very easily treated, mostly just with antibiotics. Some STIs, though, can be treated but not cured.
Oh yeah, herpes. That won't go away, but it's pretty chill to deal with.
Look, best case scenario is that you don't end up with an STI, so make sure you stay safe.
Condoms or oral or dental dams are your best bet for safeguarding you against STIs.
Remember, the best way to protect yourself from an infection is to use protection. Did I just rhyme? Infection and protection.
No glove, no love. That's the rule of thumb.
Thanks for the real sex talk, New Zealand On Air.